Hello. Hey, look who it is. How are you? Niels. Oh, you
Hi,
can't hear. Oh, you can hear me. Great.
I can, yes. First time I think
Woohoo.
it happened.
I know. How have you been?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
And you?
Very busy. A good news. Next week I can keep teaching classes. The only negative thing is that my wife is had to leave me for 3 weeks, so it might get a little noisy with the baby around, but I can
Oh,
still
I
teach
see.
next week.
Have somebody to help you to look after the boy, or you're
Not
completely alone with her, with him?
Mostly, yes. I've got
Hmm.
some daycare options, but that only helps during the day.
Yeah, right. I see.
Well, I'm so glad you made it to this class. I love this class. I just want to say hi to everybody that's joining in.
Yep.
Salvatore, welcome back.
Hi Simon, nice to see you again, teacher.
Nice to see you again. Now, am I remembering correctly? Did you say you were from Italy?
Italy, right, teacher, Milan.
Milan, beautiful area. And Niels is from
Thank you.
Denmark. And another student I haven't seen in a long time, Anna. Hello, Anna.
Hey Simon, nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. Have you been keeping well?
Yes, but there are fewer classes available and I've been working. And the other other classes that you gave, uh, all of them were full, and then I
They
couldn't join.
Yeah, they do fill up quickly now. I was just telling Niels that for the next 3 weeks, my wife is going to be away, so I have to look after the baby by myself. So I won't have a lot of classes for the next 3 weeks, but I will still at least do at least one describe what you see, maybe a 20 questions. And if you guys don't mind you hearing a little baby in the background, I'll still do a few classes next week. All right, and Amp, welcome, Amp. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. It's just 2 minutes after, but I want to give you guys most of the talk time. So what we need to do is get things set up here. So I'm going to share my screen. And these are all the images that I have here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a minute. Where's today's images? I don't see them now. Let's try it this way. Sorry, I'm distracted. So I'm gonna find an image, and each student is gonna have 60 seconds to describe it. Okay? What I want you to focus on doing here is coming up with as many descriptive words, adjectives, for example, that you can use to describe something. Like in this photo here, we see a man dressed in a white suit and a white helmet walking through a series of multicolored, fast, exotic, high-performance cars. We see black ones, red ones, orange, white with red stripes, and it seems to be parked in some sort of abandoned roadway or new highway. I can't tell, but it's some sort of roadway. And so that's what I want you guys to do. So Salvatore, we'll start with you. Let me find you an image. Here we go. This is a good image. Let me just make it bigger. Now, when your minute is up, you're going to hear a sound, and if you could just please stop, and then I'll give another student the opportunity. So, Salvatore, you have 1 minute starting now, please.
Okay, I try. I can see a picture where there is a man with his motorbike, and he made he used his motorbike very very dangerous, because maybe for him is a hobby, make this action, and he tried to stay in the air with motorbike, and probably he had experience for this kind of this.
All right, thank you. So guys, some words we are going to learn with this image. Stunt. This is some kind of stunt.
Stunt.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So, or a trick. Some people might call it a trick. That's more of a hip term, but stunt is a word we use in movies. Whenever you see
yes.
somebody jump cars, for example, it's considered a stunt. All right, Niels, let's see what image we can find for you. Get some new ones here. I just put a bunch in here. I've got so many images that... Oh, here we go. So Niels, we have this image for you here. You got a minute? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think it's an image of a jet fighter. It's quite difficult to see what type it is, but it is definitely some US jet fighter. You can see the colors are white with some black stripes. The part of the flying machine, it is the back of the flying machine. It has only got, I think, one motor in it. You can just see the exhaustion, some black tube at the end of the jet machine. It is photographed from another flying machine. You can see it is flying quite near, maybe the airport where it's going to land. It's difficult to tell if it is an airport or it's just some desert land. There's a blue sky, and there's some sort of...
Thank you very much, Niels. So a couple of words here, guys. A very common word for a jet, a plane, any kind of craft that you see in the air would be an aircraft. Another term, you've probably heard of this one before, UFO. Simply, that just means it's an unidentified aircraft of some sort. But usually when people hear the term UFO, they always seem to associate that word with alien craft, which is two different things. But common term for something up that we see flying by would be an aircraft. If we know what it is, we would say it might be a jet fighter, an F-16. And that nozzle out of the end, that's what we call an engine nozzle. Okay, so well done, Niels. All right, Anna, let me get you an image here. Well, let's start. Have you done this image before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Okay, it's a tearjerker image, very emotional. I can see a poor Afro-American boy crying. His eyes are full of tears, and he's playing a violin. I believe he's so emotional because he's having the opportunity to play this kind of instrument that must be very expensive for him to buy, and it touches our heart. This kind of image, yes, it's very touching, tearjerker, and inspiring because we think of charity, and we think of the humankind.
Thank you. Very touching. So let me hear you say the word touching.
Touching.
Much better. Excellent. Well done.
Thank you for the image, teacher.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right, Amp, it's your turn. Let's see what we've got for you here. Here we go. That's a nice image. And go ahead, describe this image for us, please.
Oh, well, this seems that is a fall season. The red color and orange color of the leaf that show us that there is a fall in all the in the best part of the season. Big trees with a great root and a big structure that it just cover most of the part of the picture. The picture was taken for someone that is just in this area, and the almost we cannot see the sky. The tree seems that it's an old one because of the branches. They are just different size and different shapes also. Uh,
Thank you very much. All right, very good description. A couple of words I want to bring to mind here, guys. We hear the word fall a lot. Autumn is the same. It just means the same thing. It's just a different word. It's a more sophisticated word, I guess. Most people use fall. We were talking about the picture here. We can also say image, picture or image, and sometimes in photography we might even say frame. Okay, the frame of view. And the sky is hidden by the tree canopy, right? All you see is these thick leaves, and they are beautiful, beautiful colors. All right, thank you very much, Amp. And Adela, welcome to the class.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, thanks. Adela, I've just put an image up here of a butterfly. Would you like to describe that for us, please?
It's a very beautiful picture about a butterfly and flowers. We say a colorful butterfly, and your food is the flowers. The flowers are a very interesting color. Is a purple, pink. I don't know exactly what is the color, but is the place where the butterfly go to have the nectar, to eat, to pick with this I don't know, is the same avec.
All right, thank you. So yeah, the butterfly perhaps might be going after the nectar, or it might just be resting, is absorbing the sun. So in this image here, guys, this is an example of what we call depth of field. The flowers and the butterfly are in focus. Everything else is out of focus, which would mean this would have a shallow depth of field. Okay, very good. All right, so that was the first round. We're going to do it one more time. I'll give you guys 60 seconds again. Or would you like 2 minutes? What would you guys like? A minute or 2 minutes? Go ahead and type in the group chat, and if you want 2 minutes, I'll make it 2 minutes. If you want 1, I'll give you 1. 1 is okay. 1, 3, 1. All right, 1's it is. I got 4 votes for 1. All right, I see another student has joined us, Zayomara. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, Zayomara. Where are you from?
I am from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yeah. And I'm living in United States, in New York.
Well, and you confused me a little bit because Puerto Rico is United States too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's part, but I live in the United States side, not in Puerto Rico.
Okay. So you live on the mainland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, excellent. No worries. Sometimes I call it stateside, they call it the contiguous states, right?
Yeah, continue. Can you write it down for me, please?
I will, but let me give you a chance. I'll write it down in a few minutes, but I want you to take a minute to describe this image that you see here.
I see a monkey being playful. He's hiding his face with his feet, and he's like kind of hidden his face, like kind of mischievous.
Mischievous, yes. What else?
The color is brown. I think he's bent down all the way to the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and he's hiding his face with his hand and feet.
So it's all the way to the bottom of the image.
All the way to the bottom of the image.
Yeah, we wouldn't say floor because we don't know that the floor is there, right? But it would be the bottom of the image.
Okay, will be the bottom of the image.
Yeah, so this, guys, I think is some sort of primate. I don't know what kind it is. Like it's in the back of my head. I don't know if it's not a chimpanzee.
An orangutan, I think it's called.
Thank you. Yes, it's an orangutan. Got to be careful. These guys are pets. Some people have them as pets, but they can be quite dangerous. All right, let's see what else I can come up with here. So I'm looking for the new images that I brought up today. Here we go. And let's see who is next. Salvatore, sir, you have 1 minute. Describe this image to the best of your ability, being as descriptive as you can. You have 1 minute.
Okay. I see a girl that she lay down probably in a street where there is a picture in the street where there is walls, and this girl is happy because she's joke with this picture, and the waves from the waves come out water, and she act like the water put her in the air, and then I see the water color blue, and the
Thank you, Salvatore.
okay.
So yes,
I
we
tried.
have an image of a girl laying down on, yeah, it's probably some roadway or asphalt, some paved surface, because clearly we can see a chalk drawing outline of a whale. And it looks like there's water rushing up to her, but that is actually part of the drawing itself. I don't believe that's actual water. But
Sorry,
very well
Simon,
done. Yeah.
Sorry, Simon, can you repeat what does it mean? Chalk drawing, chalk drawing.
Chalk. It's chalk is made up of essentially dead animals. It's kind of like coal, only it's white. If you're familiar with England, the White Cliffs of Dover is made of chalk. And teachers,
Okay.
when they draw on the blackboard, they use chalk most of the time.
Okay, I see. Thank you, teacher.
All right. Great. All right. Niels, you're up next. Let me get you a different image. I think this is a good image for you, Niels. Look at that.
Yes, that is an image taken of one of these space observatories we have sent out some 15 years ago, and you can see a nebula, it's called. It's in the far away in the Milky Way, our own galaxy, and what you can see are what we call nebulas, where, and as far as we know, it is places where new stars will be born. And you can see other stars as well. You cannot tell from this picture if the bright stars, for example, the one at the top to the left, if it is a star which is nearer to us than the nebula we are seeing, because if it was a picture of taking here on Earth, you would see it was a bit further away, but here we can't tell.
Great, thank you very much. So yes, the telescope that Niels is referring to is the very famous Hubble telescope, which has been up for some 20 years. And where stars were born, astronomers refer to this as what is a star nursery, and that's what a nebula is. It's tons and tons of gas. Well, I shouldn't say tons, it's trillions and trillions of tons of gas. Hydrogen being one of the most common ones. All right, well done, Niels. Ivan joined us. Hello, Ivan.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. I take it you understand the purpose of this class?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. So I have an image up here for you, a different image. I'll give you a minute. Please describe it to the best of your ability, or tell us what it makes you think about.
Well, this is a landscape, a picture taken on the beach. There is a small offshore island that I can see an old tree, just one tree inside this little island, and the view is like the end of the world. I can imagine seeing the galaxies sitting next to the tree on the evenings, but there is a far away from civilization when this picture was when the person that took the picture was taking that.
Thank you, Ivan. Okay, so stop it! Stop making noise. So here we do see a landscape image. We see a tree on an island, and you know, you did a great job at describing it. May not be clear for you guys, but this image to me has all the telltale signs of being a computer-generated image. Look at the sky, it doesn't quite look real, and the water doesn't look quite real. The islands, they look fine, but the rest of it, it's all computer-generated. It's a fantasy image. All right, Anna, we're back to you, and let's see, what have I got for you? Yeah, let's do this one, Anna.
Okay. I can see a little boy make believing that he is my gosh, a producer in a movie, or a cameraman, or something like that, maybe a photographer. And it seems to be in the countryside. He's wearing a hat. The grass is very green. So it must be summer because the sky is without any cloud. I don't know what to say. The boy is very pretty, cute.
Yeah, and I would almost suggest he's a toddler. I can't tell his age, but you're generally considered a baby when you're 1, and then from 2 to 3, I think you're considered a toddler, and maybe he's 2 to 3, could be a toddler. So very well done. Yes, green is one of the dominant colors here. We also see a lot of blue, so anything that, like his hat picks up the green and his shirt picks up the blue. But yeah, it is a little bit of make-believe. It looks like a very, very nice camera, but obviously somebody's taking a picture of him, and not the other way around. Well done, Anna. All right, Amp, let's see what image I can get for you. Ah, I think I'd like to use this one. Anna, whenever you have a moment.
Well, this is a picture that is just edited by Photoshop or one of these tools that help you to do it. These images. It's like a back cloth is just the man is putting on his face, and just the effect that the back cloth do in your cloth, it just change the shape of the man's face. The man just in the fact we can see that even he didn't touch the stream of the back cloth, but at the first time you see it, it's a amazing effect, how these wrinkles and you can see on the face.
Thank you very much. So a couple of words I'd like to add for you guys here. This word was only recently created, I guess in the last 20 years or so. But when I was born, the word photoshopped did not exist. And it's in the dictionary now, it's a verb. This image was photoshopped, meaning it was altered, right? In this case, we can see the man's face that's been distorted, stretched, and warped. Okay? And I'll keep writing down words, guys. As students are speaking, I'll write down words that do a good job to describe certain elements within the image. All right, let's see. So thank you, Amp. Adela, see what I got. Oh, this is a good image for you, Adela. It's got a lot of character in it.
Yes, this is a strange animal. Maybe a monkey is a specimen very strange to the monkey. A little is not agreeable for me. Not charming, but a little mysterious, because the provost they have a big nose. It's really I don't like. I like it for me. Is this nose. And about the color is good. It's a very.
Thank you very much, Adela. So, yeah, I think this is a wonderful photo, very well taken. Again, it's got a shallow depth of field. I don't know if he's yawning or if he's getting ready to yell or scream or whatever sound monkeys make. All right, I just got an idea, guys. For the next round, I'll give you a minute each again, but I want to keep you guys engaged a bit more. The student who's talking will spend their time talking. The rest of you, feel free to use the group chat to throw out words, to describe it. That way your mind is always thinking, and for the student who is speaking, feel free to use some of those words or completely ignore it. All right, so let's see. We're back to Xiomara, and let's find a different image for you. Yeah, let's do this one. Xiomara, whenever you're ready. You've got a minute.
Yes, I see a whole bunch of colorful candy, different form and shapes, texture. Some looks yummy. A lot of sugar and calories. I'm pretty sure about that. And they all edible.
You've got more time. Is that all you want to describe?
Yes, so far. Yes, I guess.
Well, what about we can see they're grouped into different colors and different varieties. Some of them appear to be hard candies, others soft candy, some bitter, some sweet.
Yes, I'm writing down. I'm sorry, they go in different.
Okay. All right, well, thank you then. We're going to go to Salvatore now, and I'm going to get you a different image, sir. Yeah, let's have some fun. Salvatore, I'm going to give you this image here of one of the most beautiful looking things out there, I guess. Probably just woke up, you know, probably not feeling the greatest, and this guy took his picture. So, Salvatore, you've got a minute. Describe what you see, please.
In this picture, there is an animal. I'm not sure what kind of animal is this. Maybe is like maybe it's like I don't know what is it. But I see that he hit some grass, and his look is a little crazy because.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Give me a second. There you go.
Okay. His look is a little crazy because when he hit his mouth is and his eyes is look crazy.
Well, what is crazy about this image, Salvatore? What do you like it?
Yes, it's very strange, teacher.
Yeah, I mean, either this animal's ugly or, you know what, maybe it just hasn't had a chance and it's eating something. And how many of us would look very attractive if somebody took a picture of us while we're eating? I think it'd be very difficult for us to look good in that kind of pose. Yeah, it's how it's chewing. And it's surprised and it hasn't washed its hair yet. Very well done.
It's dangerous, teacher. It's dangerous, like an animal.
I wouldn't think that animal is dangerous, but you never know. If you corner an animal, it could get very dangerous.
It spits.
Could, yeah. All right. Just spit you. All right, so Niels, a rather, I guess, 4 images in one here, so you've got a minute to tell us what you can. And guys, I want to change it up a little bit. Don't just describe the image. Tell us how it makes you feel. Go ahead, Niels.
We have 4 images. We have some elephants from a circus. A nice polar bear is swimming in the water. And you can see a wolf to the picture down to the left. And a prawn or shrimp fish, the picture down to the right. I just think, I don't think really much about it. Just some artist has just tried to make 4 different pictures by different animals. The elephants are performing, trained elephants from a circus. The wolf, it can be just taken in nature, or it could be from a zoo, different to tell. And the shrimp is taken quite near, only 5 centimeters from the shrimp, because it's definitely not that large. It's only 2 or 3 centimeters, I would guess.
I'm afraid you're wrong, Niels. That shrimp is on my dinner plate waiting for me upstairs.
Oh.
Very well done, Niels. Okay, I just put in 2 more images, and let's see, where are they? Ah, here we go. All right, so a very interesting image there. And whose turn is it? Ivan, go ahead. Got this interesting image. Describe it if you would.
I think it's a night landscape from civilized city and well-developed city that has been constructed with a lot of taller skyscrapers. And there is a lot of lighting coming over from the city. I feel like this image reflects a live up nightlife, and it's still, I think it's like 24-hour city.
The city never sleeps. So yeah, this is an aerial view or an aerial shot of a densely populated city. And we can see the nightlife and the skyscrapers. Let me hear you say skyscrapers again, Ivan.
Skyscrapers.
Excellent. All right, and our next image. Look at this beautiful colored image. Anna, would you like to describe this one for us, please?
Yes. In this image, I can see a girl celebrating her enrollment at the university, because people used to do it. They threw paints on the new students, the veterans, on the newbies, and she seems very happy and proud of herself. And it reminds me when I was approved in the university, and I went through the same experience. I was very happy, and the prank that they did to me was nice, was respectful, and I laugh a lot. Sometimes people are disrespectful.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so yeah, it's just a beautiful image. I mean, to me, what stands out here is the colors, the contrast, but yeah, when you see this, it brings out a lot of emotion as well. Color does that. We use color in movies and plays to bring out emotions. You know, reds mean certain things, blues mean other things, and dark colors have certain other emotions that they bring out. So well done. Okay, now let's see. I'm just going to bring in a few more images here. Oh, that's not right. Let's try that again. AMP. Let's go ahead and let you describe this image here. Go ahead, please.
Oh, well, this image is like taken in the pole, probably, because of the mass of ice that we can see. But at the background, you can see the sun, just a beautiful image of the sun in the middle of the cold weather that you must be feeling under this section of ice. These shapes of the ice, it seems like when you are inside a cave with stalagmites or something, and it's a sensation of strange, a sensation of cold.
Thank you. So something very interesting about this image here. Niels, because he's from a very northern climate, automatically thought of the midnight sun, where sun never sets. But I kind of see this image differently. I see this image as the long night. So if you guys are familiar, once you live north or south of the 60 degree, or is it 90 degrees, the Arctic Circle or the Antarctic Circle, in winter it's dark all day long. In fact, night can last many, many months. So we call it the long night. Not very friendly. Not many people live in these climates for that reason. So thank you for that, Amp. Adela, could you describe this image for us, please? Oh, sorry. Wait, Amp, you had a question. What's your question?
I don't have any question.
Oh, sorry. All right. Adela, go ahead and describe this image and tell us how it makes you feel, please.
It's a wonderful landscape, and we see a very green field, and the mountains on the background, the mountains, different summits, but like a castle, they are a structure that same a castle, and on the sky we can see a little blue sky, but it's an overcast day, and we see the white clouds, but the other part is a black cloud. Maybe it's to prepare a big storm, and we can see through the picture a path.
Thank you very much. All right, so this might be our last round. Got about 19 minutes left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14. Yeah, who knows? Let's see. We might get 2 rounds. Xiomara, it is your turn again, and let me find you something different. There we go. You've got a minute. Go ahead and describe this image for us, please.
Okay, to me, it's a very sad picture. I see a little hand extended to the big hand, like some sort of I need help, and the other person is extending the hand as a way to show them that he is gonna help the person. He is the dark hand it seems to be malnourished, and I see shadows. It seems to be in a daylight. And that's it. That's what I say. Make me feel sad.
Yeah, it is a very sad image. You see the large hand there. Obviously, that person is well hydrated, well nourished, and that hand, it should not look like that. It's obviously a young child, and it's starving. Very malnourished. Very sad picture indeed. Well, let's look to something different then. And in this scene here, we'll have Salvatore describe this image, please.
Okay, I see the street where there is a city, probably in the city center in a place, and there are some people that walk around the street. Then there are some bicycles, there are shops, and people. The people go to make shopping and buy some things, and on the street there are some trees with flower red that probably are decoration, that not real flowers, and it's a day in winter.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Niels, if you could describe this image, please.
We've seen a child just opposite to the child we saw before, a very well nourished child eating pears, and there will be some apples in front of the child. You can't tell if it's a boy or a girl. The age will be about 8-9 months, I guess. The boy or the child is dressed in a white vest, I will call it. The pears are green. The child is fair-haired, and there's no background. It's just an image made by photographers where the photographer has made it so that you only see the object is interested in the fruits and the child. The child has got blue eyes, a rather round head.
Thank you. We actually have a specific word for that type of outfit. It's called a onesie. Generally, babies will wear this. It's a onesie.
Yeah.
Because it's one piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so new parents, we love onesies. We do. If you ever want to know how to get a parent with a newborn, get them lots of onesies. They'll never be. You never have too many of those. All right, who is up next? It's Ivan. All right, let's see. Go to my time machine here and see what else I can find. There you go, Ivan. You've got a minute. Go ahead, please.
This picture shows two white little tigers that have been brought to the stadium to be photographed and have a show, probably before the match starts. Also, this particular type of tiger are pretty rare, are not natural as I can know, and it's a beautiful, lovely picture.
Yeah, this is a lovely picture. Well, thank you very much, Ivan. Next, we have Anna, and here's a picture I've got for you. Go ahead, please.
My gosh. Okay. I don't know what's going on in this picture, but I can see that some people are carrying the two elderly in something that I don't know how to call in English, and it seems to be a celebration. Maybe they are playing a role of kings in the past, and people are playing a role of slaves. My gosh, sorry, my English is awful. The sky is cloudy. It seems that a storm is coming. It makes me feel curious to know about this kind of celebration.
Yeah, it might be a religious ceremony. It's hard to say, really. Thank you very much for that. All right, who do we have next? Amp, if you could go ahead and describe, let's see. It's almost that time of day. This image, please.
Well, this is a big buffet. It seems like it's Mexican food because of the tortillas and the beans, avocados, many species on it also. Different kind of food, but no soup at all. Just portions of rice with salad, where it says tomatoes on it, and all the tortillas with fill of meat and the guacamole sauce. Guacamole sauce, burritos, and all the variety of food coming from Mexico. A lot of carb on it, but people think that it is delicious because it's chili and spicy.
Thank you very much. All right. Adela, are you ready? Adela, go ahead and
Yes.
describe this image, please.
This is a strange image because it's a fantastic image. You can see under the coast, under the sea. Maybe represent the curiosity of children have. And yes, it's a Photoshop picture because it's impossible to have this picture. But the feeling for me is the curiosity. They need to ask about what do you think, or what have what. This is the question of the kind to discover the world, to discover, for example, in this case, what animals are inside the sea or on the sea.
Thank you, Adela. So yeah, this is really what we would say. It's a commentary. We can describe the image, but that doesn't really describe what's the messages here. The message is that we're polluting. Yeah, it's that we're polluting the ocean.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, I see in this moment. Yes, this is battle.
Okay, good. Well, guys, we've got enough time to do one more round, so I'm going to go to Zayamara. And Zayamara, you've got a minute. Why don't you go ahead and describe this image for us, please?
Yes, I see 3 airplanes flying, line up in the same row, like they all going to the same direction at the same time. They're equally even. The skies, the clouds are below. I see blue. The airplane seems to be sort of a military aircraft, but I'm not quite sure because of the colors. So, or they doing some promotion on the air. I mean, I don't know. That's how I perceive the Photoshop. and that's it. That's all I say.
It's all you see? Well, we've almost run out of time, so perfect.
Make me fly to my country.
There you go. All right. Next we have Salvatore, and Salvatore, your image is. Oh, let me just load it up here. Salvatore, there's your image. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I think this image is also Photoshop, I think, because probably it's not impossible that a human have make this face, and he look like that is carried about something, or he don't like something, and it's very strange the expression that he made. If I look, if I watch his eyes and his mouth look like a scary man.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. So next, Niels, it's your turn.
Here we see 4 cats in a what is called this a curb, the thing where they are normally sleeping. They are young cats. They are some rather special cats. It's not an ordinary house cat, but some more expensive cat of a special breed of cats. You can behind you can see some tapestry from on the wall, and there's one of the cats is not a cat; it's an owl, and in fact, the third one from the left is an owl. The three other ones are normal cats, and I can't remember the name of what they are sitting in. A basket, yes, they are sitting in a basket.
Yes, they are sitting in a basket, but yeah, one of those cats looks awfully much like an owl.
I think it is an owl.
Yes, it is. And two of the girls noticed it right away, like, wait a minute, this is different. All right, thank you very much, Niels. All right, next we have Anna. And Anna, what kind of image do I have for you? Well, let's give you a strange one. Anna, go ahead, you have a minute.
Okay, yes, it is very strange, disgusting. Some people cross the limit and disguise it by piercing his face this way, you know, maybe to draw attention, or maybe because he enjoys feel pain. I'm not sure, but it seems to be a kind of addiction. They start by putting a little piercing, and then they cannot stop anymore. And my gosh, they cannot realize that it is weird, you know. I don't know what to say. Gosh, it seems that he has a tattoo on the in his tongue.
Well, Anna, I've got one word for this image: painful. That's my one. Yeah, painful. All right. Next we have Am. I've got a beautiful image for you here.
Really? Which one? That awful animal.
Oh, he's cute.
It's a slimy. That they have an expression like sadness. It seems when you said you just made something with a flower and a big dough. Just it seems like you put two seeds on like ice. It's I don't know how can survive outside the water, and it seems disgusting, sticky, slimy, no grateful for my point of view, and it's a big mass.
This is actually a real fish. I believe it's, well, I'm not going to say because I would be speculating, but it is a real fish.
Yes, I suppose so. But
You can believe it.
it's awful.
Well, you know, one person's awful is another person's yummy dinner, you know? I bet it tastes good, right? Adela, this might be the last one of the day. If you could describe this one for us, please.
This is a cat. This is a very interesting picture because it's a reflection about the cat on is over the mirror, and the perspective is very geometric picture. I think the cat is a little surprised because they think is another animal, is not our our reflex, and maybe it's an harmonious picture. For me, it's a pleasant picture, and maybe adorable. adorable. I don't know, wonderful picture. I think it's a black-white picture.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture of a cat on what looks to be some sort of reflective surface. Well, guys, can you believe that the alarm should be going for the end of the class? That's it. We've just spent another hour here in Describe What You See. Can you believe time's up?
No.
Wow, very interactive. That's why we engage.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I've got other ideas to teach other classes, but I just seem to get a lot of people that like this type of class, so I'm going to offer some more. Here's what I do for those of you that are new to me. When I go and book a class, the students who've been to the last couple of classes, I send all of you a note saying, hey, this class is coming up. So you get first chance to reserve a spot.
Great idea.
All right, guys.
I'm new in your class, so.
Well, Zaya and Mira, it's good to have you here. Salvatore, it's good to have you back as well. And the rest of you, my regulars, I always appreciate having you here. I'm happy that you guys are learning something, and to be honest, I really enjoy my time here as well. So
I enjoy it too.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you very much.
Bye.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Simon.
And
See
teacher,
you.
take care.
Bye.
Thank you, Simon.
Bye.
See you.
Bye, guys.
And
Please
I'll
send
say-
me
and
the
I'll say
message,
good night.
okay? Don't
12
forget.
o'clock here.
I don't wanna